looks like I'm having a hard time turning the wheel. I am beat. I have probably shoveled 2 tons or more dirt manually today. My Spanish name is Manuel Labor. And the bad thing is I did the same thing yesterday. I mean, it's 30 degrees out here in North Carolina, and I'm soaked. I am soaking wet. People always wondered how I got so strong when I was younger. What's up, Bush? Everybody wondered how I got so strong when I was young. My old boss man had a spade, a custom-made spade. The handle was this big around, and it was solid steel, and it was 6 feet long. And the spade end was about 2.5 feet long, sharpened down, and it was about 8 inches wide. The spade itself was about 70 pounds. We called it the sharpshooter because we dug a lot of old plants out. We used to hand dig old plants and move them. We were pretty much the plant guys. Somebody had old plants, they wanted to buy plants, we would dig them out all the way down underneath the balls. You dig up you dig up plants that are 60, 70 years old. You got to dig a hole 3 to 4 times the size of the root ball and get all the way underneath it and cut the taproot out, and then roll it, get the burlap underneath it, and then bind it up with metal around it, all by hand, right beside, because you couldn't get a piece of equipment in because it's right beside of a house. A piece of equipment would tear the house up. So here I am from dawn to dusk with this 75-pound sharpshooter in a hole all day long, breaking. If you don't know anything about North Carolina, we have red clay. Red clay. It's hard as bricks. I mean, that right there is just an idea of what red clay looks like. Red clay. It is tough stuff. Now that back there is pretty tender because it's been tilled for years, but something that hasn't been tilled in its lifetime, it's literally like trying to cut granite. So all the years of my life I spent, and I started working with my buddy Larry when I think the first time I did a job with him, I was 13. And I worked with him on and off, but I worked part-time. My part-time was full-time with him. I still worked with him 40 hours a week. And I worked up with him until I was like, I think Chelsea had just been born. Like a year after Chelsea was born, I was still working for him. And that 2.5 foot long sharpshooter, we had knocked just by using it daily. Solid steel, we wore 8 to 10 inches worth of steel off the end of that sharpshooter, just using it. We're talking tempered steel. We wore it off digging with it. So that's, everybody's like, how'd you get so? Because people would mess with me and they're like, God dang, you're strong. Because, like, as I said the other day, there's a difference between weightlifting strength and farm strength. Farm strength's a totally different animal. You can't measure it. Now put me on the bench press, and I can't bench press much because my shoulders are messed up, my body's broke. But when it comes to just pick it up with brute strength. So, anybody else in here? If there's 5 people in here, surely not all of you hate me, so hit the thumbs up. People say that helps, but it don't help my channel. The more subscribers I get, the less views. Bizarre. So strange. I looked at the last video I posted, and the video had been up for a day and a half, and it showed me here in the North Carolina mountains. They're calling for snow tomorrow because they have been dousing us non-stop, day and night. They've been chemtrailing us to make this winter storm worse than ever. I mean, it is nonstop, just back over. Just time and time and time. And you look at all of them. I actually saw something weird today. The whole sky was clouded in the white chemtrails, and there was a big streak of black chemtrail through it. I was like, wow, that's strange. I would say that's probably the heavy metals. But yeah, they are chemming our skies up. At the same time, they're putting salt and slag on the roads because they're intensifying the storm. Just like all the flooding. Flooding like has never happened before in Kentucky. Kentucky's got 10 feet of water, just like the mountains of North Carolina. If they would just listen to me and go research the dams and see when the dams have been opened and when they close, because all the dams, all the hydroelectric dams in the United States, the controlling interest in the dams is BlackRock. You want to flood any area in America, all you do is control the dams. You turn off the ones below and you turn off the ones above, and then you flood the whole area. It's easy. You don't even need a storm with that much water if you know exactly what to flood and when. It's evil. Anybody else got something to say? I'm having a hard time just holding on to the phone. I'm still burnt out, man. This court case took that court case took years off my life. It's so corrupt in America. You just can't. You quit drinking, you quit drugging, you quit chasing women, you quit going to bars, you quit going all the things that would attract law enforcement, and all you want to do is just simply drive home. You see, in my world, I'm not worried about somebody robbing me. I'm not worried about somebody trying to beat me up. I'm not worried about people. In America, there's not a human in America that I have any anxiety or fear in, except law enforcement. Because they can kill you and get away with it, and ain't nothing you can do about it. If nothing else in my case, I proved they were corrupt. Plain and simple. And anybody that doesn't believe it, well, you're just out of the loop. You just don't quite understand the game. And here's the dastardly drive home where there's always an illegal alien in the go lane that just won't go. Anybody else want to talk? Can't get more people, 5 people on a live stream. It's just kind of disappointing. I'm about ready to hang it up. It's just pointless. They're not going to let me. I've got 762 subscribers, and I get less views now than ever. Explain that to me, people. Explain it. Did you hear about Doge today? You can actually go, for all the people, I argued with somebody on here earlier. You can type in the Doge website. Now, the first thing that comes up on Google for Doge is the Doge Bitcoin or something like that. But go down to like the next one or two, and it'll say it's in black with white lettering, and it's got a red background. Doge from the United States government, and it shows all the stolen money. They've got over 5 million people in America who's been being paid Social Security payments. Over 5 million people who are older than 120 years old being paid by Social Security. The oldest living person alive is 122 years old, and there's only one of them people. 5 million people being paid Social Security every month. Just $1 for each one, that's $5 million a month. But they're making $1,200 a month, minimum. What's up, Vito? And all the Democrats and all the people that want to come here and run their mouths, Donald Trump's stealing our identity. Did you guys know that Elon Musk helped start PayPal? Now, if he owns Twitter, he helped start PayPal. So he's got millions of people's banking information already. He's got millions of your identifications already. And your ID ain't been stolen yet. Now you're worried about it? It's the lunacy of the left in America. They're just dumb. I was listening. Oh my gosh, what's the guy's name? I was listening to Tucker today while I was working, and he was interviewing a guy who'd worked for the U.S. government for like 40-some years, and he had him on a couple months ago and another couple months ago. And anyway, this guy knows about all the money and all the diplomacy and all the wars. I mean, he's supposed to. Tucker Carlson said to him, "I think you're one of the smartest people I know." After Tucker says that, the guy says, "Well, you know, I mean, I voted for Joe Biden in 2020. I didn't see what was wrong, but now I see all this collusion and corruption." Wait a second. You're one of the smartest guys that Tucker Carlson knows, but in 2020, you didn't know that Joe Biden already was afflicted with dementia? You already didn't know that he was corrupt? And you worked in Washington? I mean, Matt Taibbi, the journalist who helped expose the Twitter files, him and Michael Schellenberger, they both admitted, oh yeah, we voted for Obama, and we voted for Hillary Clinton, and we voted for Joe Biden in 2020. These are the smartest people America has to offer, and they didn't know better? How is it this dude right here with a 9th grade education is smarter than all these guys put together? I don't understand it. And that ain't me toot my own horn. It's common sense. If you take a test and you get all the answers to the questions wrong, and I get them right, that means I'm smarter than you, right? Now you throw algebra at me and trigonometry, and I'm gonna fail. I'll fail, but guess what? I don't need to change a car tire. I don't need algebra. You know what I don't need to kill an animal and feed myself? Trigonometry. No way you got past 8th grade. Yeah, well, PNY, there ain't no way you're going to be past the band hammer. Stupid is a stupid does. Oh. But these people... Well, Joe Biden's been in Congress and the Senate for 50 years. He's a good guy. Well, wait a second now. Somebody's made $140,000 a year for how many years? And he's worth hundreds of millions of dollars? I don't think so. I don't think so. Just like that other guy, Mark Wayne Mullen. Mark Wayne Mullen's a Republican of Indiana. He had a plumbing business and then become a congressman. Well, one of his biggest contributors to his campaign is Raytheon and DARPA. And he's on one of these winning streaks when it comes to his stock market betting. He's got like a 28% winning streak. 28%, I think, on the returns is like very, very high. But here he is. These people are stealing it like crazy. Stealing it like crazy. And they don't care. I mean, let's see here. I'm about to give somebody a band hammer so I ain't got to worry about it. Who wants a band hammer? Who wants a band hammer? Tell me you want a band hammer and I'll give you one. So you can kick the trolls off. Because see, they're not here to add to the conversation. They're not here for any other reason except they have LDS, little dick syndrome, and they got to feel better about themselves by attacking somebody. Here's the deal. For you folks that's been with me for a long time, you know why I look the way I do. I hunt, I forage, and I trap. This is my winter coat. You see, the difference between me and these people is I can shave, I can get a haircut, and I can look good. These people are going to always be stupid, and they can't help it. Well, I'm going to pick on you because I don't care. And then people say I'm being mean. There's no way to win. If it's people that support me that say, oh, you're being too mean, and it's people that hate me, and then they're just being mean to me, and I'm in the middle like, what in the world kind of Until you put your life on the interweb for everybody to criticize, you have no idea what this is like. Imagine going to a school play and you're standing on the stage and all you got to do is stand there and recite something and your pants falls down and you forgot to wear underwear. Well, everybody sees you butt naked. See, it'd be different if you were prepared to be naked. I would have prepared to be naked. How do you do that? Well, you just get used to being naked. But people don't understand it. Your whole life, but and the worst thing is, just like with my body camera videos, the video when I went through and showed all of the edited body camera and all the unedited body camera, out of that whole series of videos, that one had the least views. So all these people that attacked me and hated me refused to go see the truth because they want that illusion in their mind to be rock solid. I want to know the truth no matter what my mind thinks. I want to know the truth no matter what anybody thinks. Oh, well, I found my first illegal alien. Always. Always. 7 people. Hit the thumbs up, man. Least you can do is that. Been waiting on the guy to haul me some gravel today. Talked to the guy yesterday. Oh, yeah, I'll haul it for free, man. We ain't got nothing to do. I'll help you out. I was like, okay, cool. Had a job I'm doing. I'll help you, man. I'll help you. Call him today. Hey, man, you haul the gravel? Yeah, man, I'll be there in 20 minutes. So I race to the job. Get there. And he calls me. Hey, man, I got to put out some ice killer to melt some ice melt to melt ice for tomorrow. And that'll take 20 minutes. I'll be there right after that. I texted 5:15. Hey, waited on you all day. Never saw you. This is why I gave up my business. I got tired of depending on people. The last year I was in business. Now I was being targeted, and I had gang stalkers that came to work for me. The government was paying them to tear up all my equipment, to destroy my yards, to destroy my reputation. It was like 36 people my last 6 months in business. 36 people. I'd have, when we were cutting grass, I'd have guys meet me at one job and have 2 guys set up for the next job. And 2 guys set up for the next job. I just give them the address, you just wait there and I'll be there. That's how many people I was firing on a daily basis. Oh yeah, I can do it. I'm the fastest guy you ever seen on a piece of equipment. I said, okay. Show me when you're there. Within the first 2 seconds, they don't even know how to crank a weed eater. Don't even know how to run a freaking blower. I'm like, what are you doing again? How long you been doing this? Well, I cut my grandma's yard. You do what? Oh, I cut my grandma's grass. Your grandma's grass ain't what we do here. Nobody gets it. Hillbilly nonsense is what the troll said. I'll put my common sense up against theirs every day of the week. Anyway, you guys got anything to talk about? You seen all the money being stolen by the U.S. government? I shared a stat today. It's like almost, I think they found like $2.7 trillion missing so far. They ain't even got to the defense budget yet. I hope that they audit the Fed, because when they audit the Fed, they gonna find all the money's gone. They're trying to get into Fort Knox right now. They said they haven't been in Fort Knox since 1980. Okay? They haven't done an audit of the gold at Fort Knox since 1980. They don't know where the gold's at. Glenn Buck did an episode the other day. He said somebody is bringing in thousands of bars of gold from Great Britain, from the World Bank in Great Britain. Somebody's bringing in thousands of bars into the United States. So it looks like somebody's trying to cover their tracks. Somebody's trying to cover up all Fort Knox. I think we're getting ready to find out that America's already collapsed and they've just been artificially keeping us afloat. I think that's what they're doing. And what they'll do is they'll blame it all on Donald Trump. Oh, it's Donald Trump's fault. It's just like all the airplanes that are just crashing for no reason. Oh, that's Donald Trump's fault. He took over. He got rid of the diversity people, and diversity people is why everything was going great. There was a plane crash. A jet flipped over upside down on his head in Canada yesterday. They found out it was a DEI pilot. Imagine that, DEI. If you guys don't know what it means, DEI means didn't earn it. Didn't earn it. Nobody got anything to say? Nobody's got anything to say. I'm going to go home and get in a bathtub full of borax and Epsom salt. And I'm going to scrub myself raw because I'm hurting. Felt like I was drugged when I woke up this morning. I was so groggy, I couldn't even open my eyes till about 11:30. Just completely out. Scary world we live in. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. I guess they've cut the comments off again like they always do. I can't see anybody commenting at all. Have a good day.